Hello, everybody. Now's your chance to be a Chatterbox. And speaking of being a Chatterbox, why don't you like and subscribe and join the Chatterbox clan? It would really help out a lot, and yeah, I could get my first subscriber. That would be good. But anyway, let's play the intro that I finally figured out how to use the green screen for. Okay, so first of all, we're gonna talk about, first we have to kind of go into how the Snowgrave route works. So, basically, you first meet Spamton, in the Snowgrave route when you run into the trash can and he decides that he's gonna sell you his commemorative ring. And basically, this is a ring that gives Noelle the ability to do, the Snowgrave attack, which can freeze any enemy, basically in one hit, but it takes 100%, TP. To actually use. So, what ends up happening is he sells you this ring, and then when you get to the castle of the queen, you end up seeing that Spamton has taken over the entire area, and, the entire castle, and, there's a new theme, to the castle, and it's really nice, and, Then basically, Queen doesn't ever fight you, because she realizes that it's a bad idea, and then you think that you just ended the chapter, and then Spamton Neo shows up, and you initiate the fight. So basically, I think that what makes this parts of, the pre-fight so great, is just, the fact, that he is the one who started this entire thing, but, he doesn't really intend you to, he doesn't really want you to turn Noelle into a monster, basically, by making her use Snowgrave on Birdley, and, yeah, so the Snowgrave route, honestly, is, pretty dark, but we're not going to go into that. We might be able to do a video on the whole Snowgrave route later, but for now, we're just talking about the Spamton Neo fight. So basically, the pre-fight's not very interesting. He does make a funny joke about being a game show host, ha ha ha, and then that's basically it for that. But it's a fine pre-fight. It's about as good as any of the other bosses. It's kind of just the randomness of Spamton is what makes the pre-fight special, so you can't really go into it and say that it really adds a lot of emotion, because it's just kind of random, but, that's basically it for the pre-fight, so on to the next section. Okay, so now we have to go into the music first, because the music's pretty good. It doesn't really carry a lot of emotional weight, but, I don't really pay attention to that for a lot of songs, but, it does kind of really fit the feel of, Spamton and Spamton Neo, because it's pretty random, it's pretty glitchy, kind of like a spam email. It honestly feels like you're listening to a random spam email, except, it's basically if you were listening to a spam email in a song form. It's weird, but if the spam email was made by Toby Fox. So basically, his theme's pretty nice. You can look it up. It doesn't make you feel sad or anything. It's just there as well. It's like a really nice boss theme, kind of like Nightmare King Grim. Also there is, let's see, there's, what's his face? Oh yeah, in Sonic Mania, they have Metallic Madness, and Metallic Madness, both acts, they sound really nice, but they don't carry any emotional weight, unlike, the Senator Armstrong boss theme, which is a very, it's a pretty emotional boss theme, and it sounds really nice, and you should look it up right now, along with Metallic Madness Act 2. You know what else you should do right now? Like and subscribe. And leave a comment and stuff about what I should do future videos about. So, basically, it's okay. It's an okay song, but, there's really nothing that special about it. So, how about we move on to the next section, which is going to be the fighting style. Okay, and now it is time to talk about the two separate, fight things. So, first of all, there's, the regular Spamton Neo fight. It has a little bit of changed dialogue, obviously, because you're doing the Snowgrave route, but, I mean, it's not that much different. This section's mainly going to be talking about, what, so this section's mainly going to be talking about the second part of the fight. And the second part of the fight's pretty interesting. But let's just kind of go over the first part. So basically, all of his attacks are really random. I mean, at one point he fires these PIPIS. I don't really know how to pronounce it. Basically, what they do is when they hit the box, they fire off a ton of versions of his face, and it's basically undodgeable if you don't hit the orb things. And it's pretty hard to hit all of them, so basically that's an attack that I take damage to a lot. I mean, you guys saw that in the video. I think I might have done it, one time, but, I don't know. So then there's also Enraged Spamton Neo. He's there too. It doesn't really matter. So, basically, all of his attacks are pretty random. He fires out versions of his face all the time, and then he fires out he turns into random things. He'll turn into, his own face, but, big, in each body, in each part of his face does a different attack, and then you can, destroy the parts of his face. It's kind of weird. Basically, all of his attacks are pretty random, but I guess that's sort of the point, and I like the boss, so we're not going to talk about that right now. Or we're kind of done with that. Now, the next part, the theme switches, and basically what he starts doing is he ups his defense, extremely, except then he basically entirely gets rid of his attack, and he almost does no damage, but no one really cares. So, it's impossible to attack him. You have to keep calling for help, and eventually you end up calling for Noelle's help. And Noelle is how you win. Eventually you do win. And, basically, Spamton Neo says, wait, you're still trying to use her, and acknowledging fully that although he's evil, you're kind of more evil than him, because he never forced anybody to do anything. He actually goes into that a lot with his dialogue about how he never forced anyone to do anything, and he never wanted you to force anyone to do anything. So, why did you force Noelle to, kill Birdley? Now, I don't know if Birdley's really dead. He's sleeping in the real world, but, I feel like he's gonna be okay, but let's, I don't know, we can talk about the, theories and stuff later in a different video, but, so, what was it, sorry, so basically, he says, oh, wow, you're still trying to use her, I thought you were kind of done with that, and then he's like, what's she gonna do, turn me into an ice cream cone, and then Noelle is like, I'm about to pull what's called a pro gamer move, and then, she does a pro gamer move, and, she does, 1,200 damage to Spamton Neo, and then, he dies, and that's basically the entire fight. So, we did, the, death and, the fight in the same section, but I don't really care. So, if I feel like there's more stuff to talk about. Let's see. I don't really think there is, but overall, the fight's pretty random, but at the same time, it's a nice, fight, and reading out the dialogue is always fun because it's a game made by Toby Fox, and all the Toby Fox games are really nice. I love doing character voices for all the characters. Sans and Papyrus scenes are awesome to do that with in Undertale. But basically, that's all for the fighting thing. At this point, I'm just trying to add padding, so let us go on to the outro. Okay, everybody, so on to the outro. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and, please like and subscribe, because I've, been getting, no views, no likes, no subscribers, anything like that. So it would be nice if you guys, because if any of you watch this video and you liked it, please subscribe, because, it really helps out a lot, and I want to be able to keep making these videos for the people who are willing to watch this channel. So, let me just, thank everyone who watched till the end, and, That's basically all for the video. Just remember to like and subscribe, and there's literally nothing after this, so, like, you can leave the video right now. Last time, I remember I just kept recording. I'm not this time, just you guys can go now. So goodbye.